President is all ears when it comes to what states need and what they want.
It's always a good plan, if you want to know what they talked about, to talk about someone that was there. And Governor Greg Abbott, governor of Texas, he was there in the room. Good morning to you, Governor.
Good morning, Ainsley. Great to be back with you all again.
Well, we love having you on. Tell us what happened in the meeting yesterday.
Saw live on television.
Several things happened other than what you saw on television, and that is we had very robust meetings talking about the economy and job growth. Listen, job growth is something that every state is concerned about. The president is focused on delivering more job growth, and he gave us a great prognostication what to expect in the coming year. Importantly, we talked about something that all Americans are very, very concerned about, and that is trying to bend the cost curve of the spiraling cost of health care. We have to deliver better access to health care at a lower cost. And, of course, we talked about the very robust infrastructure program that the president is going to be unveiling with Congress here really soon, talking about ways that the states can get plugged into this to improve our infrastructures across the entire country.
I know that school safety also came up because there was a clip that's been played a lot where the governor of the great state of Washington said to the president that he didn't like the president's plan to arm certain teachers. Said he talked to some teachers, they didn't want to essentially be security guards. And he also told them to stop tweeting as well. But that's one of the things about Donald Trump. If he's going to be in a room full of people from both parties, he's going to talk to people from both parties.
Exactly right. But also, as I think you noticed earlier, the president then pivoted and asked about a contrasting point of view, and that is what we do in Texas. And it's important to understand that not one size fits all when it comes to the approach to address this issue. Texas is maybe different than Washington State, and even parts of Texas are different than other parts of Texas. But in Texas, we do have a robust program of allowing, but not requiring, teachers to be authorized to carry guns in schools. But it's not just teachers. It could be coaches or administrators or others. It's called our School Marshal Program, where personnel who work in schools will be authorized to carry. Sometimes it'll be notified in front of a school when a school puts up a billboard saying that teachers are armed, don't harm any kid on this campus. Right. Other times it's more concealed.
Governor, can I ask a quick question? And that is, how does it work with the actual guns? Do they carry them on them? Do they keep them in a locked vault somewhere? How's it work?
They keep them locked up. They do not like openly carry or concealed carry. But under the Marshall program. But we want to make sure that our teachers have access to the tools to be able to respond. As one administrator put it, these teachers care so much about their students, and they will use a pencil to try to protect their students. If they're going to be using pencils, they might as well be using pistols. Now, and understand this, and that is they go through extensive training as well as dealing with an active shooter type situation. So these aren't just casual people who may be shooting a gun in the countryside some weekend. These are people who go through the necessary training to be able to respond to a active shooter type event.
Yeah, you know, times have changed, Governor. We don't like taking our shoes off. We don't like Ziploc bags. We like to just jump on the plane. You used to be able to walk your kid to the plane or walk your loved one to the plane. You can't do that anymore because of those terrorists. We don't want teachers necessarily to have guns, but things have changed now, and we want innocent victims to be able to defend themselves against these crazy people who are walking into schools and doing this. Now, I was reading an article about what you're doing in Texas, and you compared it, you call it the Marshall Program, similar to the marshals that are now on airlines. We don't know who they are. We don't know where they're sitting. And these teachers, you're not identifying who they are, right? The kids don't know, the parents don't know, and obviously, you know, an active shooter is not going to know which teachers are armed, right?
Right. You are precisely right, and it was patterned in part after the federal Marshall Program of what is used on airplanes like that. But also, as you pointed out, this is not a perfect solution for all of these potential dangers. It's a tool in the toolbox, but there's so many other things that we must do. Understanding this, our top goal as leaders in this country, from the president to the governors on down, and that is to do everything we can to make sure that our teachers and students are safe in school.
And, Governor, you also said a caution to the GOP. Be strong on immigration, but make it clear you're not anti-Hispanic. How do you do both? What is your message to the Republicans there, maybe not showing the nuance between the two?
Well, this may be easier in Texas because Texas was part of Mexico before it was Texas, and so this is a natural part of our culture. And so we are multicultural, and we embrace legal immigration. But it doesn't matter what background you come from. People in Texas are against illegal immigration. And so they want to make sure that the laws are enforced and dangerous people who pose a challenge to our society are going to be put behind bars, and hence we're able to pass this ban on sanctuary cities, because what it really does is to arrest those who not only are here illegally, but who pose a danger to people in our society. And so the way we talk to the Hispanic community is the way we talk to any community, and that is we want you to succeed. We want you to be able to achieve your dreams, and part of the way we do that is by creating safe communities for you to live in.
But make that effort to disseminate between the two, because it's easy to blend them in today's polarized world, right?
Right. Well, listen, everybody, I don't care what your background is, everybody agrees on certain core principles, and that is safety. But also, if you look at the Hispanic community in Texas, there's so many other connections with the Republican Party, such as a deep commitment to faith, a deep commitment to national defense, a deep commitment to family, a deep commitment to education. And so there is a deep connection between the Hispanic community and the Republican Party. Our goal is to make that connection, but also one way we do that is because I repeatedly go to the areas of the state of Texas that are heavy Hispanic communities. Later on this week, I'll be returning to the Rio Grande Valley, where I've been more than any sitting governor in the history of the state of Texas. And so I will continue to outreach not just to the Hispanic community, but also to the African American community, to the growing Asian community, because I serve all Texans.
All right, and you're headed back to Texas now. Have a safe trip back to Austin. Governor Abbott, thank you very much.